Welcome to another episode of The Joy of Building.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
I'm your host, Brothers Godidi.
Key, I like it, Picasso.
As you can see, I started to build the base of this. This is going to be a cactus farm, and this base elevates it so that I can have collection and a furnace array that will allow me to have easy access to experience points. That being said, gathered up a lot of resources. There's white concrete. Going to find some calcite and include that in the build. We're going to use some lovely birch slabs to help support the sand, and then also to create the birch fence posts that will help cause the cactus to pop off. And then also we'll be using some colored glass, some light blue, some cyan, some blue for a nice lovely gradation effect. And then also we'll use some white and possibly gray to make a reflection area that resembles a reflection of the sun as it passes overhead. This is based on a building that exists in the real world in Dubai, but I've modified it because I felt like it needed a little bit more to fit in more with what I'm doing with the world. As you can see, there's lovely mangrove and some spruce slabs. Got some tuff there as well, and otherwise it's some polished andesite walls, and then of course the stone blocks, the smooth stone blocks there that we've burned twice in the furnace. So we've got a bunch of things here. We're going to build it. It's going to look great, and I'm glad you're along for the ride. We're going to switch over into first person mode and just build away. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and set up some scaffolding. I've got here, this is going to be about 34 blocks tall, so we will be using all of this, I guarantee you. But we'll start here, and we'll build our way to the top. Alright. Now, the question is, well, that's fun. I'm going to try to build it off this side here. No, it's not going to go. Because I got to be holding the shift apparently. Hey, look, it worked. That's one thing, that the way that Moying is designed this, I don't know how I feel about it. There we go. And as you can see, those are landing down below, so we're getting a full scaffold, and we're making maximal use of the range here. Time to load in more. Here we go. That's gonna, there you go. Continue to build out as you see. We will just keep building it across, at least until we get to the end of the building on the other side. And I think we're getting close. I had to go down and check again real quick, but I think we're good. this should probably be just about the last time we leave it. Yep. Huzzah! And now, just figure out a way to build it across. Like that. Perfect. Now the problem is, I made this 5 wide, 7 wide. So, and gaps here between stands, as you can see, is 6, which that will be just not quite enough. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to go flying down and do it on the other side. No, silly.
Get on with it!
No ways to go yet. Oh, overshot. It's okay. This is a beautiful view. Some nice flat land, but as you can see, I'm digging out over there. Got something in mind. My friend Zaref had built something quite amazing in his world, and I wanted to emulate it because, you know, he's a good guy, and I like his style. There we go. And that's enough to connect us. Perfetto. The bene. And we'll just repeat this, and I'll meet you on the other side. Not bad for our first day's work. Minecraft day, of course, I'm speaking of. Let's see if we can't get it close to connecting before it starts dropping off. There we go, perfect. We've got plenty here, so we should be able to connect across on this guy too, which we'll happily do. So, give us a second here, we'll get that going. Very useful. Just finishing off what I have in my hand. And with that, we'll build some more rigging maybe later on. Use this when we need it. Let's put a bed. Happy little bed. Quite the sight to behold, isn't it?
They reacted with awe.
Very, very tall. But let's gather up our resources because we're going to build in the first floor here with the furnace array. We're going to keep up the mangrove and spruce for the ceiling here, but for the walls we're going to do more of the same with our lovely andesite. I figure in my artistic sense of it, we're going to put the tuff above this first level, and we're going to keep that first level just the andesite. I've made a command decision while I stepped away here for a second. I'm going to be using just regular smooth stone that I used with a silk touch pick because I figure that will be a nice offset because I wanted to do the polished andesite on the corners and maybe around the doors, and otherwise I like the idea of the stone, so we'll see how that looks in just a second. Just gonna cook away on that stone there, let it cook for a minute because I didn't have any with me. As much as I know I can just wander over there, I don't want to leave the job site. I want to make sure this finishes. So we'll pick that up once that's done. Yeah, that smooth stone is done. Go ahead and come over here. This is what I needed it for because I realized I wanted doors from all 4 sides if I could. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in so that we have it as a nice threshold there for the door. Now we'll grab that stone. Where did I put that stone? There we go. Right there. In my hand in front of my face. Oh, silly me. I was going to leave these open for doors. Good thing I've got Dainty, my Silk Touch pick. There we go. We'll go ahead and clear that. Leave those open. Remember, sometimes these mistakes, to quote Bob Ross, are happenable accidents. Because you know what? Maybe I could have left that and left it blocked up. Could have been fine. But for me and what I'm doing, I don't think that's what I want. And that's okay too. So now, pull out the andesite. Go ahead and use that to build up to this level here, which is just the 2, but all the same, we want to make sure we get it to match with what I've already established as our design flavor. That helps unify builds to have its steady palette of stone or whatever you're working with. Unless you're going for a hodgepodge building, because you know what, there are some of those out there. Look at the Pompidou Museum in Paris. It's got all the piping on the outside. It was a design choice. So now let's go ahead. We're going to make some more of our smooth polished andesite. We have to go get, oh nope, I've got plenty here. So we'll need, I think we'll need 8. I didn't count, I don't want to do the math right now. We'll come back after I finish putting those on. One last andesite and then we'll hit the bed. Because, you know, don't want any monsters to spawn, so grab that. And as you can see, I've realized that maybe I need to address it a little differently, and maybe I need to go ahead and pull that tuff down here above the doors, or possibly here too. I wanted to have windows in here, however, and I think I'm still going to do that, but didn't actually plan out the way I was going to do the distribution here, but I think I've got an idea, and we'll go from there. See, we've got friends over there, so we better go take a nap real quick. Well, I think that's the tuff done. I'm liking it actually, I think, but we need something for over the windows, so some more polished andesite. Possibly. You know what? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do a polished andesite stair, and you'll see why in a second. To make some interesting architecture, you've got to have some depth. And, you know, there's limited options here in Minecraft, but if you add stairs as part of the wall, it lets you have little indents. It adds little, what I like to call greebly bits. That's an actual technical term if you look at it for all, like, science fiction and spaceships and stuff. For the movies they add greebly bits, little knobs and bumps and antennas and stuff to make it look interesting. So we'll get these placed and we'll come back. Even with the scaffolding in the way, I think that looks great, and then we're going to put a nice layer around. I'm thinking we'll do polished andesite and stone to cap it, just to unify it all before we go up. And this may end up being a little bit taller than I was expecting. Top myself up here, have a little bit of... Alright, so... oh, this is going to be beautiful when it's done. Gonna need to decide on a colored glass for that. But in the meantime, let's get that upper level settled out. So we'll need more of the andesite. We'll also need stone, which I've got some in the pocket, but I don't know if it's enough. May need to go get andesite from storage over here. We'll see. In the meantime, let's go ahead and pick up the stone cutter so I'm not have that up and down and up and down. And let's step on up. Alright. Plop down the stone cutter. Let's see, we're going to need one for the corners. I want to do one here. I don't think I'm going to do one over the whole spaces there. So 4 corners and maybe one in the middle over the central door. So That would be 5 per side for a total of 10. And that's how you do math, kids. There we go, 10. So we'll go ahead, we'll plunk those down. And now we'll put the stone down and I'll see you on the other side. And as you see, I'm almost there, but it looks like I didn't quite have enough. It's a good thing I grabbed that second pile of stone. Because between the two, I think I had, well, that was 64. So, decent amount. Worked out. Kind of glad. That finishes that. Let's take a look really quick here. Hop up and we'll scoot on down. Oh, that does look very nice. And then we'll build up from there. Now for the corners, I was thinking that we would do at least up until the curve starts. We would do some andesite or diorite rather, and of course the concrete. However, I am not sure now. I think I may just do concrete and the calcite, so we'll go from there. We'll come back in a second. We'll mock it up. Fortunately found a giant geode here, so there's plenty of calcite there to grab, so I'll grab that really quick. Just work our way in here. As you can see, I've mined out and exposed all the different facets of the amethyst, so we'll go ahead and we'll mine the calcite from here. Didn't mean to mine that. Let's put that back. Not tough. It is it smooth basalt, really? Okay then. I am new to 19.4. I came from 16.4 because my computer was on the dying edge of technology. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Can't let that just sit down there. I'm going to put it back because I like to keep the internal area there closed up. So I'll have to block up some of these other holes, but that's okay. Meantime, let's clear these puppies out. Make sure we get all the calcite because we're gonna need it. Okay, I think that got it. I'm floating down there. Let's put this smooth basalt back. Bop. Bop, bop, bop. Pop, bop. Bop. Okay. Feel like we need some more light. Gotta make these amethysts shine. Getting close to full. Wonder if I have enough room in my pack for all of it. I might have to leave some. Hard to navigate with these spikes though, isn't it? Could harvest them, but not this time. Maybe next. Now there's a trick for you. Harvest it through the wall. Well, I think that's all of it. Oh, nope, missed some. Good thing I checked, huh? Let's go get it. Don't mind me just stepping on spiky amethyst that may or may not let me through. Oh, look at that. 2 sneaky pieces up there. Go ahead and use our amethyst blocks to help shove it into my pocket. There we go. I think that's all of it. Thank you, Mr. Geo. And I think now we'll go back upstairs, so we'll see you upstairs. Oh, I'll show you. Look, this is the basement area. As you can see, I've made use of some natural resources to get things looking nice. Gratefully found a mine shaft the other day with some glowstone in a box. Otherwise, or not glowstone, glowfruit, I would otherwise not have had it. So, useful to have. Here we go, let's fly on up. We're deep underground, as you can imagine. Hey look, it's our build. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started on that with the calcite. Forgot that we're going to go ahead and do concrete here. So let's go ahead and we'll lay this out. I could pre-make it. I'm one who kind of appreciates just the ease of placing and removing. Although, once it's set in stone here, as it were, I'll go ahead and I'll lock this level down. Or better yet, you know what? We'll just wait until it's time to set the whole thing up. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. No, calcite, that's nowhere you go. And I thought one would do me. Nope, here we go. There we go. Almost. Can't forget from one time to the other, can I? So that finishes that first level. Let's consult our drawing. Alright, so we know that as far as the drawing shows, because I made this drawing, gridded it out and everything, we're going to want a certain amount of this that's going to be solid before we switch it over to the glass. So we'll go ahead and we'll set that there and do a matchy-matchy on the other side. Well, maybe we'll see how this looks first. How's that? Alright. Now the design I did, I think, make it a little wider than the design called for. Let's take a look. We've got, in the original base, we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, so 17. We've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then 17, counting the outsides. Alright, so that works out well for us. So that means that the calcite, going to start here. And we'll go from there. This has 2. This next one is going to be 3 tall. So that's 3 tall. And can you hear me rustling the papers? 3 and then 4. And then 5. And we'll just go ahead and we'll push it 5 all the way across. Raise up the corner. Then when it gets to 5, it actually shoots up here. It goes up 2. And then this one goes up additional 1. And then this one goes up 3. Look at that. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Benefits of using loose concrete powder. Right there. Evidence. Let's take a flight and see how it looks from a distance. Ready? We're going to borrow from our friend Mumbo Jumbo. Do the patented turnaround and look. Looking nice. Ooh, that's going to be pretty nice. Put some concrete on top of that, and that'll flush it out and make it look just beautiful. Because above that area there, it's going to curve. So, I'll do the other sides and we'll catch you on the flip side. Well, friends, that finishes up these sides here, so let's take a look. Go all the way out until our speed drops to nothing, and then turn and look back. Pivot it down a little bit here. Doesn't that look pretty? It's gonna look wonderful. Got it from the other side. Yep, I think it's gonna be a beauty. Yep, it's gonna be beautiful. Of course, we're gonna have to grind for a bunch of glass, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Meantime, I'm gonna lay down some more concrete on this really quick to flesh it out, and then I'm gonna have to go grind the concrete, but I'll show you once I've got it fleshed out with the concrete on it first. Here we go for a final look at the concrete. Gotta slow us down here a little bit. There you go. Oh, it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be wonderful. For those of you who are keen-eyed, you might have noticed that here on the ends, I didn't do straight calcite. I did put in a couple lines of concrete just to break it up. Oh, it's going to be beautiful when it's all done. Yes, sir, but now I gotta go get the glass. So, we'll be back.